Hey, today we are going to be talking about how you might actually be the one that's triggering your ex and causing the relationship to derail. All right, so I'm Terry Vanover, and I've helped hundreds of divorced, successful professionals not only heal from their divorce, but heal their underlying abandonment wounds and childhood trauma so that they can go forth and create healthy, amazing relationships, feeling confident and secure. So, one of the biggest mistakes that I see divorced people make, both male and female, is showing up with their past version of their self in the current relationship. They haven't done the inner work to where you have let go of all that divorce baggage, you have resolved any unhealed relationship issues, you have gotten the closure you've needed, you've forgiven your ex, you've forgiven yourself, you've forgiven the past, you have still struggle to let go of the pain, the hurt. And when you do that, you're bringing that old version, triggered version of yourself into the present relationship. And in order to create a new relationship, we have to bring a better version of ourselves into the current relationship. And another big mistake that I see is that oftentimes not only are you bringing your past version of yourself, but you're only allowing the past version of your ex to kind of be present. You've labeled them, you're calling them the N-word. You know which one I'm talking about, divorced people. It's proliferated all over the divorce community. You've labeled them an asshole, a jerk. They never respond to text, they never cooperate, right? You put all these labels and you've put them in this box. And the thing is, when you have done that to somebody, they become very defensive, they become very reactive, they put their walls up, and maybe they've just decided, oh yeah, I'm not going to respond to their text because they, the way they talk to me and things like that. So when you put someone into a certain box, people respond in kind. So think about a time that you went somewhere or you have a relationship with someone and they've labeled you a certain thing, right? They don't like you, or they pigeonholed you into a specific way, or they think you're this or they think you're that. How do you show up with that person? You're defensive, you're closed off, you're walled off, you don't want to work with that person. I wash my hands with that person. They treat me like dirt, right? So think about that, how you are showing up in the relationship, because your ex is a new version of themselves as well. And a critical thing here is that it is important, especially with high conflict people, to create boundaries, to set parameters. But what I see people doing incorrectly is not communicating. And again, this is where that healed version of you needs to come into play. In order to communicate those in a way that can be received, we have to do all the inner work and do all the healing. And when you understand the boundaries are really about what you will or will not do and not telling the other person what to do, because when you tell someone else what to do, it becomes control, or how they should act, or even how they should think. I mean, sometimes we even go down that rabbit hole of like, they shouldn't think that way, they shouldn't act that way, they shouldn't do that. So that becomes a version of control. And if they feel controlled, they will resist, they will rebel. So it's not only just about creating boundaries and how we create the boundaries, it's also about how we communicate those boundaries to people as well. So those are the key lessons we have to understand. It's really about us. So if you are ready to stop playing your ex's manipulative games and get off this emotional roller coaster and stop being triggered by your ex, I have a free resource for you that's going to show you how to find peace and how to feel confident and how to create those boundaries and communicate them. So if you want more information, just hashtag yes below, and I'd love to talk to you more about that. All right, have a great day.